Evening, YouTube. Humble Warrior checking in. Just wanted to share some thoughts with you. I was sitting there talking to my wife for a minute, just trying to tell her, that I've been thinking about all the blessings I've been entitled to. Started my Army career, applying for this house and actually getting it. Being able to be stationed where I wanted to originally be at. Um, Having a solid network that I'm building, and also, developing pretty good friendships along the way. Nevertheless, um, at times I feel overwhelmed, being a father too, and having what I feel like is a bulk load on my shoulders. Sometimes it's a lot to ask, but I do understand, that being a young black man at times is hard. It's nothing easy. Um, I think a lot of times people take for granted the fact that those those good black men out here, they actually take a lot on their shoulders. You know, they deal with a lot day in and day out, whether they're at the job or at home or even trying to do recreational things. It's still a lot to ask to be the provider, protector, you know, make sure the outside world doesn't find its way in. Trying to keep your family balanced and discipline your kids, and love and protect and honor your wife at all times. Even when sometimes you don't feel like you may get the same in return. Not saying that's my case, but some men do be abused. Some of them are neglected or overlooked or not appreciated as much as they should be, and yet they still do the best job to their ability day in and day out. To those men, I do salute you, because I know what it feels like. I go, day in and day out doing what I can to keep things afloat. By no means am I perfect. I've made mistakes. I recently, like I said, financially made some dumb decisions and was trying to help, you know, various people out for various reasons, and one revenue actually worked out, the other one it's a dead end. So I had to cut ties with that person, but nonetheless, um, I'm slowly learning about friendship, about loyalty, about trust, respect, honor, all those intangibles that you're taught at a young age, and that most people hope will stick with you when you get older. Um, as far as myself, you know, because I have such a big heart, I tend to overlook the flaws of other people, even to a fault. I mean, just like today, not really being paid like I should have been for various things I have done. I still kind heartedly went out and bought, a friend of mine something to eat. Well, really won't call him a friend, but I'll just say a friend for now, something to eat. And, you know, even though they assure me I'll get paid soon, it's just, I guess sometimes I do things in spite of, because if I ever owe somebody, I'm trying to pay them off, even when I know that the debt itself may be resolved another way. I still try to do the best I can to make sure I'm taking care of that person, in the right way. And even when I'm, buried in self-pity or self-wallow, whatever the case may be, I still try to uplift my fellow man, because that's what the Bible and that's what Jesus wants you to do. So I know I should pray more, but I'm kind of more inclined to the mindset that, God has given us the tools to do things. And even though I know every day He wants us to talk to Him, sometimes I feel like, you know, is He willing to listen to what we want to say, or is it more so, you know, is is it more so that He will overlook certain cases to hear what certain people have to say, which I know is not the case because anybody and everybody can talk to him. There's no there's no waiting list or nothing like that in order to directly talk to him because he's never too busy for any of us. So, I sit back oftentimes and, think about the last 7 months boot camp and AIT, and even to backtrack with boot camp, the first few weeks was hell. I being in that environment, having to overcome a lot of things physically, mostly, mentally, emotionally, knowing that I was basically making the choice to be away from my wife, my son, my unborn son, you know, those factors played a big key in me being able to overcome what I was going through at the time. And even up until now that I'm an actual soldier, it's still battles and other wars that I may engage in that I know that without my family, I won't really make it. But then again, I ask, you know, would they or could they make it without me? I hope for their sake they can because that's why I'm trying to, instill in them that one day I will be gone. I just lost a fellow classmate, rest in peace, Carla, who's my age and who left behind a 6-year-old. And I have a 3-year-old and a newborn, so, the reality of the situation is very real. It's nothing that I overlook. I think about it often. Not the death part, but just the fact that if ever that situation does come, and it is coming, you know, I pray that they will be more ready to deal with it, because I'm not ready to leave them, and I don't want to leave them right now. But I know that down the road, you know, I have to separate and walk that lonely path that we all have to walk, where we, journey into the next life to see God Himself. So, with that being said, leave your comments in the comment section and just give me some helpful pointers on how to become a better man, better father, better friend to those who may feel like I'm a lousy person or whatever the case may be. You know, give me some pointers on how to make life better for all those around me, not just for myself. This your boy Humble Warrior signing out. Peace.